In my next example, I want to graph the exponential function 4 to the 1 times 1/2 raised to the x minus 1 minus 3. Okay. The first thing I recognize is that we do have an exponential function. The variable is in the exponent. And because the base of that exponent is 1/2, I realize that this must be a decay. So my function as I move from left to right should be decreasing. Okay. First, domain. Domain of this function, it's an exponential function. There's no value of x that restricts us. The domain for all exponential functions is all real numbers, or if we state that in interval notation, negative infinity to positive infinity. All real numbers can be used for x. The range. The parent function for an exponential has a range from 0 to infinity. It never crosses the x-axis. However, if we look at this function, f of x, this minus 3 subtracted on the end is going to take that parent function and shift it down 3 units. So now, where my parent function normally would have never crossed this x-axis has been relocated down 3. Now my squares, in this case, are labeled to go by 2's. So my graph should never cross this line here. And my range will go from -3 to infinity. My graph should never go below -3, and it does go up forever. Okay, next let's graph. We can use the aid of our graphing calculator to come up with specific points. I have a general idea of what it's going to look like. We know that this 4 out front is going to stretch it and make it more steep. A vertical stretch. This x minus 1 is going to shift our graph to the right 1 unit. And we already talked about the -3 shifting it down 3. Next, I'm going to go to my calculator. And here's our graph. Next, I'm going to set up my table to go from start at 0 and go by 1s. Now I'm going to look for specific points. So we can see here when x is -1, we're already off of our screen. When x is 0, we're at 5. Here's this point. 1, 1, and 2, -1. Again, let's get a couple more. 3 is at -2. And 4 is at -2.5. We have plenty of points sketched here. My graph will go on forever in the right, never crossing the green line, and end behavior to the left will increase forever.